Now there's just certain people I have no time for. If you don't believe in conspiracy theories, I just don't understand, how do you not believe in any conspiracy theories? I understand not all of them, not most of them, but you don't believe in any conspiracy theories? You just think the government's just batting 1,000 and telling us the whole truth? That's a strong stance to take. And again, as I said before, I don't like talking about politics on stage or off stage. I don't like talking about things I don't feel like I'm truly knowledgeable in. But I do know this. Our government is placed in charge of all of its people. I'm a father who's been placed in charge of just one son. And I lie to that nigga all the time.
Welcome back, critical thinkers. You don't know. Big up on yourself, man. You see me, I say. See new subscriber, them appreciate, you know. Big up on yourself. Take a pause for the music review for now. You see me, I say, come on, set the tone today. Some more serious conversation. Something I'm passionate about, by the way. You understand? Conspiracies. Because what people fail to understand is a conspiracy and not necessarily something where it's not a rumor. You understand? In fact, the word conspire comes from the Latin word conspire, which con mean together, and spirare, I think it is, yeah, means to breathe. So basically, the conspire is two or more persons plotting or telling a secret. That's literally a conspiracy. That's what I say. So governments do that every day. Should. You know what I mean? The moment you and your friends start talking about something, it's a conspiracy. The thing is now, it kind of take a turn. It sounds one way because the US, United States, basically weaponized it in about, I want to say, the 60s or 40s, 1940s, thereabout. Then, whichever year president, I think Richard Nixon was the president. When the president from the United States will resign, make that soak in. Yeah, so it was about I think, no, in fact, Richard Nixon is an example because there was a conspiracy theory about them. I don't know if you know hear about people in the name Watergate. You understand? It's a hotel, really and truly. So basically, some official people come together and plot something. You see me? And them did a set up a conspiracy theory. But it was proven to be true. You see me? There were films and recordings and everything recovered. So it's like, same way like how them did a say, hey, my FBI did a spy for Martin Luther King. And then deny that. Then come to find out say FBI was monitoring all black leaders' activities. So you get what I say? Conspiracy don't mean everything that you hear the term thrown out, conspiracy theory. As I say, a United States caused that. The correction was after JFK assassination. That's what really happened. So what happened is the then president after JFK commissioned a group of people. I think them named the Warren Commission. They commissioned a group of people to basically investigate. Here's the boy sticker hacker song. So basically, sorry about that. In commission, a group of people to investigate that, right? So the group of people come up with them come up with a notion that it's one person who did the killing. Lee Oswald Harvey, and he had no connection with nobody at all. This killing was just a single act. Oswald just the one killed there. Okay. And then somebody got killed. Oswald 2 days after. I'm not thinking 2 days after, but it was before trial. So Oswald could even make no statement or nothing, no say no court, nothing, make a lawyer question him properly, nothing. Suspicious, right? Now here why it gets thrown out as a why people never really believe it or still not believe it. Saying even though Warren them said that there's a single bullet theory that says Oswald fired 3 shots, 1 shot lodge. Lit JFK either in your so, go up your so, come on through your so, and lick. I think somebody were there behind, I remember the person name. Wife on the bag of licking. You see me? But he had somebody behind him, right? And fired that, got through that person chest too as well, alright? There was a single shot. The trajectory of the 1 shot was so funny. See, so people don't believe it because of that. Then you have the suspicion where, I mean, a single shooter, no ties, him have background with Russia, background with Cuba, yet still, I want to tell you that it's not motivated by anything. Come on, man. But that polish. Zine, and then you have the man who can kill him before trial, before he get people say nothing. And then that shooter was a lone shooter too. So, whoa, yo, you know what I mean? United States at the time of peril with the lone shooters, them. Mm-hmm. So that's what that's a conspiracy unproven. You see what I say? Yeah, them have the JFK files. So them say them are gonna release it, we see what going. But you know, you see a bid with Cat Williams for there.
In my spare time, I infiltrate the Illuminati, find out what the they got going on, get the information, tell y'all everything I know. But I don't know how many more times I'm gonna be able to sneak in there. Thanks to Shannon Sharp and 90 million views. While I was in there this last time, I went in there and I got information for everybody. Look at my white friends. Us too? That's right, white secrets. All right, I'm gonna do it quick, and I'm gonna be moving around for my own safety. For 50 years, y'all been wondering, what the happened to JFK? I went in there and watched the VCR tape myself. I can't tell you what I saw, white friends, but I'll show you the part you missed. I go in there, I be thinking they hate some of us more than others. But when I find out the information, I find out they hate all of us. Here's a perfect example. Did you know that for 35 years they've been telling us we are at war with cholesterol? All our doctors told us our cholesterol was too motherfucking high and we needed to get it down low. Did you know your brain is 100% cholesterol? Your whole brain is cholesterol. So congratulations. Some of y'all cholesterol loaded up. You did it. They put fluoride in our water. You know it was never not one study that ever said that fluoride was good for our teeth and our bones because it's a toxic chemical and could never be good for teeth or bones.
The dog said, ooh. That's funny, but people, you know, I said, if we get into the issue, really and truly, yes, I said, because what me realize is strange things happen in our world, right? Jamaicans, we are always like, we catch it late, like Saturday morning cartoon or weekday in a TV show them in a weekday. It's like a rerun of things that America don't run up. You know what I mean? So I want to know, is it that we know business or we don't know what's the difference between conspiracy, real world, or what? White people, because you know I've been there. Isn't it? We did when Ali, even when the daily business of one. Sorry. Even when the daily business of one, we were like, them some weird folks on mine, bro. We always believe that. You know what I mean? That's just how Jamaicans grow. We just see overseas people as weird. There's not to it. You know what I mean? Worse if you're light skinned, worse if you're white. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, say, everybody racist, bro. You know what I mean? Racism is a means for survival. You understand? If you see one Chinese money, chances are you're gonna feel like you good at business and man. So if you have a man or a business issue in the real world and you see a Chinese money out there, like fantastic. Just race. You see a white guy. Business idea just see him. You know what I mean? If you want better investment nowhere, you know, it was the black people. You gotta ask them, and them look like them a sport. You gotta ask them, yo, what you do, dog? How we get on? You know what I mean? Like, bro, it's just, I mean that, and trust me, I just think about that well. So I'm gonna give one of some proper examples further down and rally back with the same thought here. But just that racism is just a means of survival. You have to judge people. You know what I mean? And most time you're right. There's just a very few times we're wrong. Yeah, so when I say, we briefly have to mention the president after, or I think I did mention it, but just to give some clarity, the president after JFK, that's the president who sanctioned it, who sent out the Warren Commission, and that's where the term conspiracy theory comes to life, really and truly. You understand? Conspiracy are not new, like I said. If your favorite politician that group up in our room, three of them, and I discuss how them are going to tax, you know. And I conspire, them I conspire. You understand? It's in secrecy. It's just together secrecy. You get me? So now we did mention Richard Nixon. But then them deny it. As me say, when I see how that play out. What's the waterfall? When I see how that play out, he resign. First president, by the way. Cool. So you can imagine if the most honorable Andrew Gold, if this run that he's having right now, you hear say him resign, effective immediately. Something like that. So, Agwan. See, there's no way something like that. But unless I'm dead tomorrow, and if I'm dead tomorrow, I'm in doctor, conspire, something, you know what I mean? The secrecy together, then they learn that, you know? So, people used to say Watergate thing never worked, and it was a conspiracy theory, and the president just said, you know, seen and it's real. So, what that have now? Martin Luther King. People were in a power they like, Bridget. People were in a power like. They have a whole task force, a delegate over, a watch over, everything black on. Not just black alone, almost everything on a whole. The people in power, bro. Different ball game they play for. You see me? So, the FBI now had that task force that was they did a program Martin Luther King and then them wash it up to say it's a conspiracy theory. Martin Luther King's final release for them. Then everybody know. Everybody know that. The thing is them quickly throw the term conspiracy illness like conspiracy theory like it's a mental illness. You see what I say? Just like how if you question the same pastor but the same verse when him just read outside of the context what he might use it. He might tell us that you blaspheme. When he could have just said, you don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know. But if he tells you you don't know, he really push from power to the higher being. To you. Yes, what I say, because I'm going to tell you, say, him no word if you tell about it, if he no really understand it. But he can't make you know that. Left that for our next episode. Then, so that COINTELPRO conspiracy in America with the Martin Luther King. So it's no surprise. History will prove it. Or a lie sometimes.
Now there's just certain people I have no time for. If you don't believe in conspiracy theories, I just don't understand, how do you not believe in any conspiracy theories? I understand not all of them, not most of them, but you don't believe in any conspiracy theories? You just think the government's just batting 1,000 and telling us the whole truth? That's a strong stance to take. And again, as I said before, I don't like talking about politics on stage or off stage. I don't like talking about things I don't feel like I'm truly knowledgeable in. But I do know this. Our government is placed in charge of all of its people. I'm a father who's been placed in charge of just one son. And I lie to that nigga all the time. I just love conspiracy theories. I have my whole life. Make something up when I'm bored. Why is it that every time you're getting ready to take off on an airplane and the captain got on over the loudspeaker, you always heard the same exact thing? You always hear, "Thank you for choosing us. We know you have a lot of choices in the airline community and they all fucking suck, so thank you. We got a great crew on board for you this evening. Barbara's here. Oh, you gonna love you some Barbara. We even got pretty good weather conditions. So I'm gonna do my best to get us in a few minutes early so that we can just sit on the runway for another half an hour." Oh, but hold up. If you don't turn off your phone, oh, I swear to God, on the lives of Barbara's beautiful children, this plane will fall from the sky. But now they're just like, oh, never mind. I guess I had just read too many Goosebumps novels late last night. I scared myself. I should know better. If I gets past 10 o'clock, I always tell myself I gotta switch to Wishbone, you know?
All right, so the thing is, here where people lose their mind now and get it deep twisted. If them find out so one conspiracy correct, in their mind, automatically all conspiracy are true or have the potential to be true. Hear me now that I'm wrong. Remember, conspiracy is what? You understand? So it's not wrong. You have several different types of conspiracies, just to name a few. You have proven, unproven, and wild conspiracies. Look, be a wild man. See? But it's a conspiracy. So, but the thing is, them picture it like this. If they hear some one thing true, they hear one truth from the person where them a text. The rest of us know them a gospel. Now WhatsApp, remember me tell you. If a person tell one truth, where you can verify immediately say this is the truth, you automatically assume the rest of things are true. That's why would he lie? Because we're human. Shit. Nigga. Yeah, because people lie. Just people lie. Just as it's just as simple as that. We're all human. So currently you have the JFK debate was still ongoing. What I really want to lead into it is this whole Epstein thing that is going on. Network, scope, and all of them something is still debated and declared. What, who and who files are there redacted and unredacted as well. As I say. So intelligence involvement in coup worldwide is historically. You have intelligence. People are poop like owner blacklist Reddington, they said it, cabal or whatever. You have them something that still out there, not necessarily proven or fully proven. Isn't it? But at the same time, unproven doesn't mean impossible. It just means incomplete. The research is incomplete. At the same time, incomplete is not the same thing as imagination. That is where the wild theories of we are talking about earlier come in. Like this shit. You know what I mean? But as I said, if you can complete your research, I'm here for you. What? See people on the road. Morning. Good morning. La, la.
The thing about flat Earth that does trip me out. Google images of satellites. Just like type in satellite. Just all.
There's no real pictures?
Not a single one is not. This is the one thing that tripped me out. I'm not gonna lie. They're all just like renders.
Why?
I don't know.
Why do you think?
This is the one. I'm gonna say this is the one thing that trips me out. I've never seen a satellite that was real. I'm just saying. I'm not a flat earther. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that is very strange now that you bring that up. Why would they want to sell something on the ground?
That's not the only thing they're selling you on. They're selling you on space as well. That's why you thinking like that, because you thinking outer space and all those other planets and stuff.
Are real?
Like that. Yeah. Huh?
You don't think they're real? You don't think sun's real?
No. Sun is real. The sun and the moon is real.
Okay.
But outer space is not.
Well, then what is it? What are we
It's
doing?
water over the firmament. Is water.
Over the firmament, he's talking.
We're in the ocean right now?
We under the firmament, under the dome, and there's water over the firmament. It says it in the Bible. Planets are wandering stars that you think about.
So you think all that, like them going to Mars stuff is all...
Here is a picture taken from one of the rovers of the landscape on Mars.
How they going to the Mars? Why they don't put the same rover on the moon so we can watch the Earth spin right now? How they gonna go to Mars?
They're talking about building a society on Mars, right?
Yeah. Why they doing that? Why they ain't got the same thing on the moon right now though?
The whole thing is like we never went back to the moon, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I know.
Why people care if people believe in the Earth the way the Bible describes it? Why do people get so mad about that?
Does the Bible describe it as flat?
Yeah.
It does?
With the dome, the firmament, and everything. Why do people get mad at people if they just describe the Earth the way the oldest history book describes it?
Yeah. So does this mean you think it's flat?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know the one?
What do that gang say? The earth was flat if you shaped and again everybody would have started laugh. Yeah. The earth was flat. If you went too far you would fall off. Now the earth is round. if the shape change again, everybody would have start laugh. You have people who tell me say the earth is dome. As in a dome, like one what they call it, the half a circle, semicircle. Yeah. So basically it curve and flat in a one. I don't know them just a try to appease the imagination. Let's go with it. Then they have some interesting theories going on. Let me tell you, I shall be going into a few of those. So for all my flat earthers and my dome earthers, we're in the island and always it's just for entertainment, really and truly. Because what me I say is about knowledge, bro. Knowledge more for hurt you if you have it and can't do anything with it. Like power is in the mass. Let's say we find out tomorrow the government slave the whole away secretly. Right? What we're gonna do about it? No. Let's say we really find it, documented and everything. This is step 1, year 2 from the Renaissance in the 1600s comes straight up to now 2020. Matter of fact, they have it straight mapped out to 2050 when the next big them are born and rule and everything. Mapped out. Let's say you have that knowledge. Then what? So sometimes too much knowledge, I mean, it's like, remember me there read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, bro, and it really did open up my brains for how to think and how to utilize financial literacy, seeing as a Jamaican. Now, it'll give me some ideas now to make some businesses, bro. I am broke, no capital. I don't even know if that's the word, the right word, that's Spanish, but me broke. Bro, no money, it was driving me crazy. It's like sometimes too much knowledge is not, you know what I mean? So, Domer, interesting theories. You have the 200 fallen angels theories. Very interesting. Different books of the Bible, you know what I mean? The one them with the giants, this, that, it is very interesting. You know what I mean? It's theories. It's like just information for double with, read with. It's somewhat it. I'm not saying, as I say, unproven, don't mean impossible. But at the same time, incomplete research, I mean imagination. You look erase. You understand? So let's go. Earth dome, flat earth dome. You got you have the reptile people them. You have the reptile people them, stars, Orion belt, signatures, pyramids lining up. You have all of them theories that out here. I'm sure you must hear of one. You know what I mean? You have what they call the one them. When they just say all 1 year when 5G just come out, say it about brainwash you. Bro, well, nah, disrespect nobody, but if 5G could have really brainwash you, you see me I say, many brainwash you to look smarter. Then I have to make with that smart way, they can't control me. Just look at the smarter man. Otherwise, people fool. One never realize that people fool. Alright, maybe I'm not fool. Lack information. You know what I mean? Are comfortable with the information that they have. Yeah, man. But it hears them, sound like you know when somebody have a breakup after 3 shots of Hennessy or they start telling us about this money and so what them used to do and it's just not believable. Mm-hmm. I saw somebody in theories that sound rich. It's me like breakup. Breakup venting. You see me? Yeah. You can't explain me not like the way this sound, so I'm gonna make my own. Yeah. find one little thing will look like it can line up with my theory. Matter not if you line up with every other theory out there. My theory have valid, have a valid point. Just need to have valid points. You understand? So, but you see, at this time of social media, and that's why fuel them. Because you can imagine how long it would have taken conspiracy spread back then. But it still spread. You see me I say? Still spread. But in this time of social media now, when everybody can just jump up and say this, say that, say this, say that, repost, reshare, try get the views first, no confirmation, everything is just, you see me? And then here we go now. Let's say this is a conspiracy that can be proven. We just need right information. Person them who conspired have ways in play, and people out there also on the internet in these comment sections tell us, say, yo, you a conspiracy theory. It's easier to discredit you. You know what is never calling people them mad. So then did a cokehead, rummy, the good people them were just mysteriously died. You know what I mean? So we don't have a program there so today. We don't have a program there so today. People them will really have, alright, look on it. Give you one funny logic to it. Last mad rapper I want to hear about was who? Somehow film name the forward for the HMST list, alright? I tell you, you know, I tell you the people, think about it. You see me I say? So, you know this social media time I see, with social media, a reward outrage. Because if me start my video with Andrew own this, no want me money. Which one of them they have to spend 3, 4, 5 seconds for? Be honest with yourself. Because you ain't the did you know. Motherfuckers don't want to learn. Shit. This program named critical thinking and that alone make people run funny like rabies. You see what I say? So social media reward outrage. See? Also, people not have no faith in an institution. None at all. You see me? No justice, nothing like that. People don't really have faith in that shit. You see me? And we don't have faith in the government. We know government lie. They've lied before. They're still lying. You know what I mean? So, and then you also have justice plain and straight. Fear spread faster than facts. It's like, you see me? If you hear say one hurricane are coming tomorrow and this time a category, the news are going to spread faster than 100,000 Jamaicans will hear it. And I talk to the other friends with it. I get ready to share it with another 100,000 before 1,000 or even 100 Jamaicans will find out the fact. Just unbelievable. And that's universal. Fear spreads faster than facts. You see me? Yeah. Because if me hear to the world at end in a 10 minutes, I mean I really have time to Google that. That's 1 minute wasted if it's true. More my full 10 minutes to go full jar. It lasts at my 10 minutes on earth. You know what I mean? I can't remember say people sorry, I'm more I can't remember say this laptop there. And this is the camera there. That's that. Yeah, when me there now. People will sponsor give you a new device. So me I say, well, a few new devices, same way. So for young content creator, if this one really bad, you know what I mean? And I think about $40 piece. You can see it look like a toy, but trust and believe, it'll work. data world. So, big up the sponsor, you see me, J-Man, you tell us again, that I appreciate you. You see me?